Hey guys, welcome back to a special issue of Checkerboard Chat with your sports editor Trenton Duffer and assistant sports editor Rob Harvey. We're just going to talk about the Vols game against Florida this weekend. Huge matchup. A lot is lying on this game. So I guess the first point we'll talk about is, what's the X factor in this game, do you think?
Chance Hall, by far. I mean, just the fact that he's going to come back is going to be a game changer. I mean, if he plays to the way he did last year, I think the offensive line will be fine. Depending on who they rotate him out with, I think the offensive line will be fine. And I mean, you already saw what he can do. In practice, he took that blocking sled and hit it 20 yards and threw it on the ground. So I mean, I think he's probably the X factor. I think if he can, because Florida's defense line is really good. I saw a stat today on Twitter that said that 23% of the snaps so far on the offense that have come against Florida's defense, they've had sacks. Wow. I know those three teams weren't very good, but at the same time, that's ridiculous, and that's going to keep happening if the Vols offensive line continues to play the way they have, which I don't think they will with Chance Hall out there.
Yeah, and one of those three teams is Kentucky, so you can't really.
They don't count.
Yeah,
no one cares about Kentucky.
Football program. I do.
I hear
agree.
basketball season starting soon.
Oh yeah, Big Blue Nation going strong. No, I do agree that Chance Hall will be an X factor just because of his presence on that offensive line. Yeah. I know I looked at a stat the other day, and he started the last 7 games of the season, and 5 of those 7 games the Vols had over 200 yards rushing.
Which those were against teams such as Missouri and Vanderbilt. Kentucky,
Missouri's defense wasn't nothing to laugh about
but still,
too much.
I'm pretty sure Tennessee threw about 2 passes in that game. So.
That is true, but still, I mean, it's good to see a player like Hall, making blocks.
Right.
But my X factor player for this weekend's probably Justin Martin, just because, or it could
Mosley.
be Mosley.
Yeah.
I mean, either whoever's in Cam Sutton's spot, I'll say that. Because those are huge shoes to fill. I mean, Sutton came in, started 41 games from the time he was a freshman. So
he started every single game, in his career. He started game 1 as a freshman and started until now. So
yeah, and I really hope he gets to see the field one more time before the season's over. Hopefully that ankle doesn't sideline him the entire season. Maybe he can come back for the bowl game or something. But
national championship, right?
Oh yeah, the national title. Yeah, there we go.
The way they're playing. Yeah.
That would be something, though, to see him, the Vols go to, the national semifinal and, Cam Sutton come back from an injury and then the Vols get blown out by, 50-0 by Louisville or something like that. So, but
that'd be interesting.
That would be very interesting.
Don't think that'll happen, but
no, I don't think.
Honestly, I don't think either team will be in the playoff.
No.
I think Louisville will fall off, and obviously, I don't think Tennessee is going to be in the playoff. They're going to get beat by about. Honestly, the way things are going right now, and Tennessee fans can hate me all they want for this, but if they play the way they have been playing, they're going to get beat by about 50 by Alabama. It's not even going to be close. And then they're going to have to play them in the SEC championship game if they make it, and it'll be bad again. So
it will be, and the Vols just have to turn things around in a hurry. This is the game where you say, okay, enough nonsense. We gotta, put the pedal to the floor here, and we gotta go.
Because if they lose this first game, that 4-week stretch, and they're done for. Because if they lose that first game, there's gonna be a downward spiral. I feel because I just feel like they're just gonna. It's just pressure's gonna get to them and everything, and they're gonna collapse. So.
Well, I saw somewhere, and I can't think of where I saw this off the top of my head, but I think they said that a writer here in Knoxville who's been here for 20-plus years, that he said that this was one of the most important games the Vols have ever had since he's been here. And I kind of see that because, this is kind of a make-or-break game. Like you said, if they lose this one, then
no telling how they're going to come out and play against Georgia and A&M on the road.
Yeah, it's just going to be a downhill slope. Yeah. And, you don't want to see that just because of all the expectations that have been placed on the Vols' shoulders this week, not only this weekend, but this whole season. I know he got cleared to play, Antonio Callaway.
Yeah, which, not surprising at all. If you heard Larry Scott yesterday, which I was over there listening to him, somebody asked him if he plays, and he stopped him before he could even finish the question and said, he's going to play. I know the kid. He's going to play. So, and he's Florida last year. He broke the record for most punt return yards.
Yeah.
And I mean, Tennessee has a very good punt coverage team, but
they do.
I doubt Reese Maven will play punt coverage, so that'll be a big factor to see if it's stopping him, just because the man throws his body everywhere on punt returns. So, it'll be interesting.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how the Vols handle Callaway, because Cam Sutton's not there to help anymore. So.
I don't really think it'll be a problem offensively. I think the only thing is punt returning, because honestly, Florida's defense, they're not. I mean, Florida's offense is not good. They
don't have a running back.
They have 4 running backs that they rotate, which is just kind of their offensive line. I was watching some today against UMass, and their offensive line was getting blown up time and time again. You've got a backup quarterback who thinks that Neyland Stadium is the same as Nebraska,
Oh yeah,
that's something. Yeah, that's a bold statement.
37,000 strong at Northwestern. I'm sure that crowd really got to him when he started those. 11 games for Purdue.
He won 3 games in his career. Yeah. Like, man, you can't be talking smack when you win 3 games out of like 16 that he started. I mean, he threw one more interception than touchdown his last year there. Like that's just.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to be a defensive battle.
Yeah, he finished with I believe it was almost 2,800 yards. 19 touchdowns.
No, he had 10 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Or are you talking about his career?
About like his career at Purdue. Yeah, he played 16 games, had like 2,800 yards, 19 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. I mean, and we're really dogging Florida in this one, but I feel like
we've dogged Tennessee enough. We've
dogged Tennessee for these first 4 weeks of the season. So we're gonna channel a little bit of that anger towards Florida, because at the end of the day, we're still students, and I'd say we're still fans. Deep down, we're still fans.
Yeah.
We have a journalistic integrity that we follow, but at the same time, we are fans. We would like to see Tennessee win, just because in our memories of the Tennessee-Florida rivalry, it's always been Florida.
Horrible, man.
It has been. The Tebow years, and then
the 2006 year with Chris Leak, where 21 to 20 or 28 to 27 was a 1-point game.
Yeah.
And if Tennessee would have won that game, they'd have gone to the SEC championship. Possibly could have gone to the national championship, because they lost. I believe they lost one. Yeah, they lost to LSU. Well, they lost to LSU and Arkansas that year because Ainge did get hurt. But still, they probably would have still made the SEC championship. And that's really the first Florida game I remember, and just being that's the one I remember. And then I went to all the Tebow games, and
I didn't get to go to the Tebow games, but I witnessed them on the TV. And that was it. 2007 they won 59-20.
2007 was in Gainesville, and they won 59-20.
That was the year Tebow. I think
that's
I
the
wrote
year
about it.
Barry pick sixed him as a freshman, but that was about the only thing. And it was that made it 28-20 with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then
they just opened up. So it was rough, and it's kind of been a staple of Florida beating Tennessee for. Since I was 9 years old, I've seen Florida just whoop the, what out of Tennessee, and it's to the point now. You got to wonder,
when is it gonna happen?
When is the streak gonna get broken? I know some people have said. I saw one article that said if Tennessee doesn't break the streak this year, then they'll never break the streak.
It's never going to happen. They're never going to beat Florida. You can just count it as an automatic. And that sounds so dumb, but
that might be
this is not going to happen. Don't even try to tell me that's going to happen.
Well, the way I see it, Luke Del Rio is going to grow into a halfway decent quarterback in his time at Florida, I believe.
He'll be a junior next year, I believe.
Yeah, and the Vols, they have the pieces, but they're probably going to lose a lot of leadership. Well, they are losing, Reeves Maben.
They're losing all 4 because Kamara will go pro.
Hurd may go pro.
I don't know. The way he started, though, has really hurt his draft stock.
He has, and with Fournette and McCaffrey going, he made it.
And Barnett will go pro.
Yeah, Barnett will go pro. So it's a lot of pieces that the Vols will have to, fix for next season. I don't know. I guess we could move on to projections here.
Yeah, I changed mine since last one.
Oh, have you changed? You've changed your mind already?
I went even lower scoring. I still think Tennessee's going to win, but I went even lower scoring. I said 17-10.
17-10.
Tennessee. I just don't think Florida's offense and Tennessee's offense are both just not And honestly, it's nothing against Tennessee's offense. It's something against Florida's because Florida's offense is is bad. Tennessee's offense, I don't think is necessarily bad. They have the pieces. I don't even think Florida's offense has the pieces without Luke Del Rio.
Yeah.
But Tennessee's offense has the pieces. It just depends on what they're gonna do. Like I don't know. The offensive line's the key, and I just don't think these offenses will be going because Florida's defense is so good, and Tennessee's defense can stop the run very well. So I think low scoring affair.
Yeah, I kind of sense that too. I could almost see like a 13-6 Tennessee score.
10-9 again.
10-9. Yeah, I mean,
I could see 0 touchdowns, which is not it's not good for either team's sake, just because they have bad kickers.
Yeah, well,
Aaron Medley's not a bad kicker. He's just kind of
he's average. We'll say average, and then
he's got the leg. It's just
Florida's kicker. I think I saw a stat line. He was 5 of 7, maybe.
Which he's new though. Like because you remember last year they had to pull out all these random kickers and walk-ons, and they had tryouts because they couldn't get a kicker. Yeah. So I mean, you got kickers who are inconsistent and inexperienced.
Yeah. So
that wouldn't be good for either team if it was a kicking match.
It would be awful. Yeah. I think Tennessee does win the game. I think they win 16-9. Just
16 points. How do you get that?
Just like a touchdown and 4 field goals. 4 close field goals. I'll say like within 30. Each one will be like within 35 yards. You may have one that's a 40-yarder, but four field goals.
4 field goals for Tennessee and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think they.
That's not. Wait, what did you say your score was?
16-9. Yeah, so 3 field goals for Florida, and 4 field goals and a touchdown for Tennessee.
That's not 16 points.
Is it? Yeah, field goal and extra.
4 times 3 is 12. 12 times.
Oh, 3 field goals. I'm sorry. I can't. God, this is why I'm a journalism student. I can't do math.
This is bad. We just had
great
moment right there. That was good.
That was a great moment. So 16-9, 3 field goals for each team, and a touchdown for Tennessee. I'm gonna say Dobbs scores the touchdown on like a rush that jukes out Jalen and
Jalen Tabor.
Yeah,
the tease. You mean?
Oh, tease. Yeah,
he's gonna tease him.
Oh, I'm sorry, tease. So I think it'll be some kind of crazy move that just leaves old Tease, laying in the dirt and just questioning everything, and then Dobbs will stand
Quincy
over
Wilson,
him.
I hope. Actually, Quincy Wilson, golly. That video, just real quick before we have to wrap up here. The duck and the pulling the truck, pulling the truck. I don't even know what that was.
Can a duck pull a truck?
Apparently, according to Oregon, they can.
Yeah, Oregon backed up Tennessee.
Oregon has backed up Tennessee twice this year. Wished them good luck against Appy State. Now this, Interesting, friendship.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like if Oregon would share some of those uniform ideas with Tennessee.
Oh, I hate their uniforms.
Oh, come on, their uniforms.
They're not their colors though. They're just random colors. I like teams who stick to tradition and wear their own colors instead of. Which they do for the most part this week, but they're wearing like pink or red socks or something, or orange for like fire. It's something weird.
I didn't know they were wearing.
And it's like
those.
That's not their color. So
yeah. So I guess just a final thought for the game, just before we have to go.
Just Chance Hall. Chance Hall. See how Reeves Maben, his shoulder, how it holds up, because they're going to be probably going at him a lot. Him and Colton Jumper both. See how Colton Jumper plays. See how, because they'll put McDowell in there some, obviously. And Balin Buchanan, see how he can handle if they stick him on Callaway at any point. That's just what I think. It's key stuff.
I think Vols will have to really step up on defensive line. And this is like you said, this is a very inexperienced Florida offensive line. Derek Barnett and Khalil McKenzie, Shy Tuttle, Kongbo, all LaTroy Lewis. Well, he's out.
LaTroy Lewis might play some.
Well, yeah.
They said he might play some.
Yeah, he might. We might see him out there a little bit. But, all those other great defensive linemen the Vols have, I'd be interested to see if they can get.
I bet they get a few sacks this game.
Oh, yeah, because they've got 3 and all 3 of them.
And you don't have a dual threat quarterback
Tech.
back there trying to being able to throw the ball away against Ohio.
So 17-10 Tennessee, 13-6 Tennessee.
You said 16-9 actually.
16-9. I've changed my score so many times that I don't even know anymore. I do think we both think Tennessee's going to win though, so.
Which not a lot of people think. So.
Yeah, not a lot of people.
I think that bodes well
so.
for the Vols that not a lot of people are picking them.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. We're going to have a very special guest with us on Sunday, Mr. Jonathan Toy, who was a sports editor here at the Daily Beacon last year and is now an intern at the Knoxville News Sentinel. It'll
be a show.
It'll be a show. He's quite a character. Whether the Vols win or lose on Saturday.
Honestly, if you're looking forward to this more, I think you should root for the Vols to lose because then Toy will just be something.
Yeah, Jonathan's a character, and we're going to be honored to have him on. So thank you guys so much for watching this special issue of Checkerboard Chat. I'm Trenton Duffer. That's Rob Harvey, and we'll see you guys on Sunday.